Hello, folks. I hope you're having a great day. Jonathan Milam here. I've got a Bach Stradivarius Mount Vernon from, as near as I can tell, 59. Could be 58. I don't think it's as late as 60. They had a gap there where they weren't numbering the horns, the years real closely, but 59 is probably a safe bet. Very solid horn. Light indication of some deterioration in the lead pipe. Very solid player. Cleaned it today the way that I like to. Rubbing alcohol, get a snake, work the snake and the alcohol up and down the lead pipe. You're far from a air leak, and other than that, very nice bell. French bead, I believe is what they would call that. Rather long and thin. The bell rim there. Nice sound. Going to start off with a GR64 MS, medium shallow, and play the old classic On the Street Where You Live. I've got 4 mouthpieces. I'll go to a legit. I've got a couple that are slightly mellower. Got a lead piece here. Like most Strads, this horn will do anything that you need it to do. I believe it plays, it pronounces itself with a slightly dark sound, but there is a bite to it. It is not a dead bell by any stretch of the imagination. I think you'll agree. On the Street Where You Live, wonderful Mount Vernon Stradivarius with the GR64 MS. Solid sound, isn't it? Okay, gonna go right away to a very deep mouthpiece as I usually do. If you've got a gig, just a small group, you're playing in a very intimate setting, don't want to blast them out, and I'll tell you what, you've got mouthpieces and horns, you know, you can put anything in anything, but you do get a good sound with this. And the next one I'm going to use is a much more modest trumpet flugel piece, but I think you'll be impressed. This is the Reeves C2J, and with the Mount Vernon Strad. Something to be said for skilled artificers, whether they're making a horn or making a mouthpiece. Bob Reeves, Vincent Bach, probably two of the best really at their chosen field. Now, this has been basically a one-owner horn for most of its existence until just a few months ago. A friend of mine in Greenville, very fine brass tech, Colin Davidson, wound up with this horn, and he puts a lot of air through a horn. Excellent trumpet player. This is a medium bore, and he felt it was just not his forte, and fortuitously, it's wound up in my hands. I've got a large bore here that I like just as well. 25 bell, large bore. In fact, there is not that much difference in feel. What I'm told is Vincent Bach, if he had a small bore, he would use a slightly larger bell so that you wound up with that. The large bore has the smallest of the Strad bells, which is the 25, the smaller throat. So you get a very similar feel, really, when you go through this. The one thing that the medium bore, which is only in the valve block area, I've got several very nice MK aftermarket tuning slides made for the medium large Strad. They fit very well in here, and they also fit in the large bore. So it's just this area right through here. Not even sure if it's the slides that are medium, or the medium bore is 453 1/1000ths, where the medium large, the more common, is 459. Okay, going to take a more modest mouthpiece. It's a very deep V, but a very livable drill size. I think it's about a 24. It's hard to measure, but an excellent piece when Trent Austin and Peter Pickett were putting out mouthpieces. This is the TATF, stands for Trent Austin Trumpet Flugel. Just a good sound. Okay, now, a legit piece. This is a Reeves 42B, patterned after the Bach 7B. 24 drill, definitely leans towards a legit piece, and still a very full sound, but nice sound when you put these two together. All right, just a little bit extra in the way of an ending there. I want you to get your money's worth. Okay, this horn, as I mentioned, is in good shape. The only thing it needs to be a great player is a mouthpiece and a guy that knows how to use it. It's really the bell, and I have another video which I put out yesterday. I play this Mount Vernon Strad with a Elkhart Strad, the large bore, and I play them accompanying a song, and I really cranked the song up a lot. But I mentioned in that video, I don't believe this bell has seen any work at all. Beautiful, aged, honey amber look to it, and just as flat, sits as flat as can be when put on the ground. And it's very difficult if the bell's been stretched for repair to get them to sit perfectly straight. And those of you that have had bell repair, you know what I mean. Very solid tuning slide in this. Actually, I tried several MK, and the tuning slide that's in this is very fine. It would be hard to beat, to be honest with you. I personally put a weighted third cap on that, and that's one of the distinguishing factors that I've noticed between this And the Elkhart's use nickel silver top and bottom caps, and this Mount Vernon uses brass. Now, of course, I put a heavyweight nickel silver, but not really necessary. In fact, I don't notice any difference. Oh, the other thing that was kind of interesting is the Elkhart has a brass pinky hook, and this, I believe, is going to be nickel silver. Some people talk about the different braces. Oh boy, I don't know if you can see that. It is a sizable brace. Not sure where the weight actually comes in. 2 ounces heavier than the Elkhart that I've got here, which is from the late 60s or 70. But very, very solidly put together. Just a good sound, to be honest with you. Wherever they put the weight, they put it in the right place. Okay, I've got a lead mouthpiece here. This is a GR63Z. And what is that? GR63Z. Yep. And we'll try that same song, On the Street Where You Live. Yeah, much above C. I just don't have a lot. That was an F, E, and not a closed off feel at all on this trumpet. Very, very fine player. Again, it is from the Mount Vernon location in the Strad history, probably about 59. One of the other telling details of the Mount Vernon's here, it says V. Bach, Mount Vernon, New York. Very interesting. Very interesting. Great horn, great history. Oh, I did want to say, this horn does have some marks of deterioration along the bottom of the lead pipe. What I usually do when I've got horns that have red rot, deterioration, whether it's from the inside, the outside, wherever it might be, in the lead pipe area, tuning slide, just a little more indication here. I take isopropyl, that's rubbing alcohol, and I pour a fair amount, probably at least a teaspoon, into the lead pipe. I get a snake out, I work it through the lead pipe area, and then I pull the tuning slide out with the alcohol still in there, work it through with the snake real well. And this is a solid lead pipe. It has had, some marks of deterioration. No breakthroughs, thank goodness. And I think it will last indefinitely if cared for. The other thing that I do, usually when I finish playing, I reverse the tuning slide, run a cleaning swab through it, and then I pull the tuning slide out. I keep my horns on a stand, pull the tuning slide out, often the third slide, sometimes the first, just really let the horn get some air through it. It's the moisture that's trapped inside that's going to harm your horn. And if kept like that, I could see this lead pipe lasting indefinitely. Just an unusually good shaped, and I think a nice playing Mount Vernon Bach Stradivarius. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate the comments, folks. If you've got experience with them, questions with them, it's a hot summer day here. Please feel free. The comments is where we learn and also where we grow. Do take care of yourself in these unique times and take care of someone near you.